Morning guys, how's it going? Swears is here, hope everyone is well. It's Friday the 9th of August 2024. The markets are live in the UK. Cryptocurrency markets are live. The American markets haven't woken up yet. Disclaimer, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please read the disclaimer in your own time. Cheers guys. Just a quick one. I'm going to make a quick podcast, quick video about Fubo. Which is an American company, for anyone that doesn't know, an American streaming company. And I think their niche is sports streaming. What I'll do in the YouTube video, I will put a description, all the links to Fubo TV and where they are on X and the website. So you can follow them and subscribe to them and check out what they do. So all the links will be there in the description, all right. This company's not new to Swayze's charts. We charted it out a couple of years ago. I've been tracking it for a while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a technical presentation, and I'll put links to the chapters in the description box of the video, of the YouTube video, so you can fast forward to the relevant parts or whatever you want to do. And we're going to go through a Trifusion AI report that me and my co-developer Bob Smith I've generated for Fubo, because I believe looking at the technicals and then subsequently reading the fundamentals and the financials and under the hood financials like liquidity ratios and the gearing and the cash table burn analysis and all these intricate areas of fundamentals, I think that there's a possible trend reversal forming with this company. It's pretty reasonably priced right now, and market structure and the volume analysis and all sorts of different things make me think that this could be a real opportunity, not financial advice, of course, for anyone that's interested in looking for investment opportunities across the markets, and especially the American market. There's a lot of bullish sentiment as well on X at the moment with Fubo, which has been growing for a while. And what I've done is I did a tweet this morning actually, this top stocks analysis. I follow this American account, and they've got 107.4 thousand followers. And what I've done is I've put the free download for our Trifusion AI report. For anyone that doesn't know, me and my pal and business associate Bob Smith, shout out to Bob, are 50-50 developers with our unique neural net, unique artificial intelligence market tool, which is Trifusion AI Insightful Stock Mastery. And we're in beta testing. It's 5.0 iteration or whatever it is right now. It's not financial advice, of course. We've heavily disclaimed this. It's a market tool that we're developing, which combines technicals, fundamentals, market sentiment, and we are trying to develop something that retail investors can use to traditionally, if you were to try and get this kind of information, it would cost a couple of £1,000, well over $2,000 if you're going in the old US currency, and it would take a relatively long period of time to access this information. What we're doing, we're using artificial intelligence and our own unique neural net, my system of technical analysis, my friend and associate Bob's immense fundamental knowledge and expertise. We're programming our own robot to bring these reports. Tesla was a great call, just saying, what a call Tesla was. To bring these reports in literally now. We've got these reports now coming off the press in less than 2 seconds. And it would traditionally take, you'd have to commission a high-end accountancy company or a wealth management firm to get this kind of information. And we believe that this information should be available to retail investors for, at the moment there's no monetization whatsoever. We're not even thinking about monetization at the moment. But what we want to do is we want to be first adopters, and there's nobody else doing this in the world that we can see that is bringing this kind of information expediently, expertly, and with with very, 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 very verifiable information that is not fake news. We want to bypass trolls and rampers and de-rampers, and we want to make this information objective, and we don't want to be biased with fake information. We know what the stock market's like, right? This is what we live and breathe. It's full of trolls, disinformation artists, people that want to make you go the wrong way on a chart, right? We want to try and utilize artificial intelligence and a proven system of technical analysis and hundreds of other forms of technical analysis that it has assimilated and learned. And it looks at every single RNS report on the back end, under the hoods, financial gearing, liquidity ratios, the debt, the financial health of the company, and we use all these elements to try and bring a objective, rock solid report that can really assist the retail investor or anybody else that's reading the report. And we're very, very excited about what is occurring. So let's look with our market tool. I mean, we're really excited about it. We're getting some really good feedback. We've only really started knocking these reports out this year, and we're constantly working in the background to improve our robot. Right. So look, what we're looking at here, guys. Right, is we've got Fubo TV incorporated. We've got a naked chart at the minute. I've not done any technicals at the minute, and I'm going to draw a couple of ideas, and then we'll jump to the report. I'll put timestamps in the video, guys, so you can fast forward to the relevant parts that you're interested in. So this is obviously every single candle we're looking at here represents a day of trading. This is the New York Stock Exchange. Fubo closed yesterday at 1.26, which was 1.61% up on the previous day trading. Volume was 6.683 million. There's a couple of ideas that have jumped out to me when I looked at this chart, right, of why I think that we could be looking for a trend reversal. The first idea that I literally just dropped on Twitter, flipping X. I'm ever going to get used to calling it X. I've no idea. I hope so. Was this idea, right? So what I did was I drew a touch dominant trend line. That idea jumped out at me, and we're trying to expose market structure up above. So this was, I thought initially it was the touch dominant trend line. So I drew that idea here, okay, which gives a nice trend line. And then what I did was I cloned the trend line idea and I stuck it to a previous swing low with Fubo. And I did it on purpose because what I wanted to see, I did this on purpose because I wanted to see whether or not the market was going to come back into the idea, which it did. So we had this swing low recently, June of this year, okay, and then what I did was I stuck that, like I've just said, I stuck that trend line to this swing low idea, but then we had a reasonable candle that came back into the idea, which kind of gives credence to that market. The buyers are thinking about coming back in at these levels. Now, there's some real nice fib retracement levels occurring as well. Cup and handle continuation patterns forming, I believe. Some nice swing highs where the market may want to go back in the near future with Fubo, right? Now, it's always difficult trying to spot the bottoms, right? When price is reversing. You can never get it exact a lot of the times, okay? But we'll look at the bigger picture and we're looking at clues. The EMAs are looking really interesting with this stock on the daily chart right now. We've got a convergence to the 21 on the 50. If we just zoom into price action, right, with this idea, we've got the 21 and the 50 kind of like interacting with each other. We've got the 100 hovering above, as is the 200 as well. But honestly, right, in my humble opinion, there's nothing humble about Swayzers, I hear you say, and you might be right. Anyway, what we've got a convergence, we've got a potential convergence in the near future with Fubo, which supports this macro idea again that price may be consolidating, stabilizing, market orders coming in, got some reasonable volume. What we could do to see volume increase, hopefully we'll see volume increase, but it's not like outrageously bad or anything like that. Volume's okay. But if we start getting like volume nodes stacking up with institutional money coming in, let alone retail investors, guys, we might see some increase in volume. But recently we have seen some decent spikes in volume, which I think our robot or Trifusion AI has spotted, by the way. And that gives the idea that supports the idea of this EMA convergence that's forming along the bottom of this macro idea. So we can see this arc retracement level, which gives a visual representation of the unutilized and potential market structure that the market may want to go back into in the future. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clear this idea, because there's another idea that jumped out as well, which could be more compelling in the short term. So let me just select a trend line again. So you see these swing lows here with Fubo, right, which started like last year, like March, April of last year. There's this consolidation zone, right? So if I draw a trend line and use that as a basis to start this trend line idea, right, and then what we'll do, we'll connect the dots with recent activity where we had price react at these levels like this summer, like June and July of this year. Price reacted and started challenging the 21 and the 50 EMA, which is always good to see when you're trying to suss out a trend reversal on a chart. So what we'll do, we'll just extend that trend line idea a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clone it again, and then I'm going to stick it to the swing high. Okay, so this again is a bullish ascending channel idea, which is signaling upper market structure, as we can see, and it's kind of a compelling idea because there's a lot of touches. And how it works in technical analysis, right, the way that I draw channels anyway, is that the more touches you get, the better sometimes, okay? And we've got a lot of touches on this trend line idea. We've got multiple touches. If we were to zoom in and count them all, which I'm not going to do because I want to keep this video within a relatively short period of time, but we've got a lot of touches, and price has reacted very nicely recently. We can see with Fubo that price jumped from like $1.1 all the way and retested like $1.57 a share on the SP. Okay, and if we zoom in to closer action, we can see that price seems to be enjoying this lower trend line idea. And then what we could also do, we could also draw a trend line idea here, because the market moves channels within channels. The market needs virtual structures like this for it to be able to move, right? So if I just clone this, and if I just stick this here to this swing line, this candle here, which was a really nice candle, actually quite a bullish candle, as we can see, we could have a short-term, more micro channel idea as well. If we zoom into the 4 hour as well, excellent. We can see that, you know, that short-term bullish 4 hour channel translates from the daily. So we'll jump back and we'll look at this convergence that we're getting on the 4 hour chart as well, guys. You see this convergence that we're getting with the EMAs. So we've got a symbiosis on the 4 hour and the daily of convergence with EMAs, and the potential for a convergence with all of the key players in the EMAs as well, 21, 50, 100, 200 coming in, right? And then we've got this cup and handle continuation pattern, I believe, which is forming. So if we look at an arc, which really is a fib retracement level visualized, let's have a look. We can draw an arc, okay, in this quaint green color. Isn't that a lovely colour, that, right? So we can draw a arc retracement. Look at that huge arc retracement all the way back to nearly testing $4 a share with Fubo. And then price always loves to come back. Well, doesn't always. Don't take anything I'm taking for gospel, guys. But look at this, because obviously it's not financial advice. But look at this drop-off point here. This retracement level, $2.38 a share. Keep your eye on that number there, because what we can do as well, we can also draw another arc retracement to that level, which was the gap drop when the market makers took out all the longs, going back to like February of this year, right? Market loves to take out long positions, stop hunting, dropping, taking people that might have gone long out of the game completely. But like everything, right, the market is like a rubber band, right? You know, especially with the EMAs, it loves to come back to these levels, right? So look, we've got multiple fib retracement levels, arc retracement levels contained within this market structure. Okay, we've got this idea of this larger macro trend. We've got the EMA's potential convergence. We've got the 21 and the 50 that the SP is testing right now. And we've got shorter term bullish channel ideas that we're looking at as well. There's various other levels as well that we could draw in, but I just wanted to present a live drawing of a chart before I jump into our Trifusion AI report, all right, which I'm going to do now. And like I said, there'll be timestamps in this video, guys. They are quite detailed, these podcasts with Trifusion AI, but for anyone interested, sometimes the detail really matters, right? Especially when you're using your hard-earned money, right, to invest in these companies. Before we do the Trifusion, by the way, let's just talk about the cash position of the company, right? So at the end of Q2 2024, Fubo TV reported having approximately $190 million in cash and cash equivalents on hand. This reflects the liquidity position amidst ongoing operations and strategic innovations. Their cash burn rate and efforts towards profitability indicates that while they have a cushion, the company will need to continue managing its resources carefully, especially as it aims to improve profitability. Here's a forward-looking estimate in a simple chart form. So quarter estimated cash. So Q3 2024, 170 million. Q4 2024, 155 million. And Q1 2025, estimated 150 million. These estimates assume a consistent cash burn rate without any significant changes in revenue or major capital expenditures. Adjusted would be needed if the company accelerates spending or if revenue performance deviates from projections. All right. So I just wanted to cover that because it's not specifically mentioned in our Trifusion AI. All right, the specific cash estimates. All right. So let's jump to the Trifusion AI report. Now the technicals is page 1, so I'm not going to go into the technicals. What I'm going to do, guys, is for anyone that wants to download this copy for free, I will put a link to a Google download of mine in the description box of the YouTube video and also on X as well. All right, guys. So we've got the chart setup, technical analysis on page 1. We've got our robot reading volume nodes on the back end of the data, and anyone that knows anything about technicals and charting will know what volume nodes are. All right, which is pretty cool. So we've got it reading volume nodes because they are a key indicator. They don't always represent, because if you want to see a true volume node chart, the chart looks like something aliens made, and it's really hard to understand what a volume, well, like for the layman, right? Even for someone like me, I don't particularly like using volume node charts, but I like reading the data on the back end for volume nodes. And it kind of like signals when institutional money might be knocking around, right? So we've got candlestick setups as well, and we've also got, it also reads support and resistance levels, and we've got it understanding and reading and decoding fib retracement, which we were chatting about earlier on. So let's start on page 2, fundamental analysis. We've got the latest news and analysis, quarter 2, 2024 financial results. So Fubo reported better than expected earnings for quarter 2 2024 with a slight increase in subscribers and improved operating efficiency. The company continues to focus on cost management while expanding its content offerings despite challenges in the streaming industry. Fubo TV's niche focus on live sports streaming has kept it competitive. So we've got the company announced new partnerships with key sports leagues, further strengthening its content portfolio. These partnerships are expected to drive subscriber growth and increase user engagement, particularly in the US market. So we've got a financial overview, annual report. The latest financial report highlights Fubo TV's focus on achieving profitability through a strategic cost reduction and expanding its revenue base via partnerships and advertising. Company announcements. Recent announcements indicate that Fubo TV is making strides in improving its financial position by focusing on high margin services and reducing operational costs. Recent financial performance. Revenue. Fubo TV reported Q2 2024 revenues of $312 million, reflecting year-over-year growth driven by subscriber gains and increased advertising revenue. Profit. The company is still operating at a loss, but it has shown improvements in EBITDA, indicating progress towards profitability. Debt. Manage debt levels with a focus on refinancing to reduce interest expenses. Cash positions. The cash reserves are sufficient to cover near-term obligations, with ongoing efforts to improve cash flow through strategic initiatives. So I've got a cash burn report here with a scenario analysis. We've got current, pessimistic and optimistic. So the current estimation is a 10 million a month cash burn, which will give a RAG status of amber, which will give 12 months. Our pessimistic is 12 million a month, which would give an 8 to 10 month cash burn duration, which would give a red status. And then we've got an optimistic analysis, which is only $8 million a month, which would give a 16 month, which would give a green status. So we've got these in more details, guys, as you can see in the report. You can download this for free for yourself. I'm not going to go into the trading strategies because we're trying to teach Trifusion the nuances of Swayze's charts, trading strategies right now, and also we're doing that because it's read 200 trading books and studied thousands of hours and thousands of words from books and other strategies and other successful trading strategies as well. So we're trying to teach it at the minute, but it's a very nuanced process. So if there's any errors or omissions, I do apologise. We've got a disclaimer for that. So I'm not going to jump into its ideas on trading strategies. We covered a lot of that in the technical analysis of the chart at the beginning of the video, all right? But I do find it fascinating because it's getting better and better every single time. Our robot, it's definitely getting my attention because every time that we generate a new report, it is coming back better and better. And bearing in mind, this report only took 2 seconds to generate. So, guys, we're on page 3, section 4, deep dive fundamental analysis. So let's look at the financial ratios and analysis. So liquidity ratios for Fubo TV. The current ratio is 1.5, indicating a moderate short-term liquidity position. The quick ratio is 1.2, reflecting the company's ability to meet short-term obligations. Profitability ratios. Gross margin is 35%, indicating healthy margins for a streaming service. Page 4. Net profit margin, minus 10%, reflecting ongoing operational losses. The leverage ratios are here. The debt to equity ratio is 0.4, indicating moderate leverage. Our interest coverage ratio is 2, showing the company's ability to cover interest expenses. Efficiency ratios. Asset turnover ratio is 1, indicating efficient use of assets to generate revenue. Inventory turnover ratio is non-applicable with a streaming service. So guys, we're looking now at section 5, additional analysis, economic indicators. Streaming industry growth. The streaming industry continues to grow, driven by increasing demand for on-demand content. Fubo TV, with its niche focus on sports streaming, is well positioned to benefit from this trend. Advertising revenue. The rise in digital advertising spend, particularly in live sports, is expected to benefit Fubo TV, which relies heavily on advertising as a revenue stream. Investor sentiment. Positive developments Recent earnings beat expectations, boosting investor confidence. The stock price has shown signs of stabilization, indicating that the market may be pricing in potential future growth. So we've got the analyst ratings, which is really interesting. Analysts have recently upgraded their ratings for Fubo TV, citing its niche focus and improving financial metrics as key factors for potential upside. Conclusion: Fubo TV Incorporated, Fubo, is showing signs of stabilizing after a prolonged downtrend with strong support levels and improving financial performance. The stock may offer an opportunity for investors looking to capitalize on the growing streaming market. However, ongoing monitoring of key technical levels and market developments is essential. So we've got the quote, which I always love these quotes. The stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything but the value of nothing. Philip Fisher. And Trifusion AI 2024 is a 50-50 co-development between Bob Smith and John Swarbrick, and that's me, aka Swazers. And please follow us on X, and we've got Bob and Swazers there. And what I'll do in the description, of the video, I will stick mine and Bob's links, obviously, to follow us on X. So yeah, guys, that's basically the report. I must admit, I am enjoying drawing charts out for Fubo again. I specialise. I've specialised in trend reversals for years with my system of technical analysis. We don't always get it right, of course, and this is not financial advice. But I'll tell you something, yeah. If this stock starts turning around and things start moving back up, it could be a fabulous opportunity. All right, guys. And I've stuck my chart ideas for Fubo in my own Discord. I'm going to redraw that other idea and stick that in as well. And I will put the link to download our Trifusion AI report in the description box and also on X as well. That's about it, guys. Have a great day and thanks for your time, and I will chat to you all soon.